Okay guys, welcome back. This is vlog 9 now. We've got the humidifier that is brand new. If I can get the, actually, hold up. It's probably even worse, but whatever. New humidifier, got it sort of set up. The cord's a little strained in there, and we have the new thing on. That started at 30, by the way. That's at 52 now. It's only been about 20 minutes. Maybe 10 to 20 minutes. He's loving it. He's already shining a bit more, and he's just chilling. I am going to turn it off because I need to get a second timer so that I can have that thing regulated for, like, you know, every 5 minutes or something, just so that's balanced, because that thing is water. I do have my PC and everything here, and the lights and stuff. I don't want to like, not having the spout on it actually caps the flow at, like, here. As you can tell, it's not actually even hitting the top. It does stop and die down, and that's on the lowest setting. And the plan is to just have it in a tank, because I can't have it anywhere else, and there's nowhere else for this tank to go right now, so I don't really have any other options. But he's enjoying it, and I'm going to have some time with him tonight, probably, see if he needs food, and deal with all that. And hey, it's 7 to 12, who'd have guessed? So I got vlog 7, or no, I guess it's vlog 8 it would be, rendering right there. It's fucking long, but it should be the last one. Hi. How are you doing? So we're doing good, and see you guys in the next part. Okay, so I just got the sort of remnants of the last, like, 3 vlogs off my hard drive, because I never deleted them. I'm keeping all the final products, but I'm not actually, like, I'm just checking to see if there's updates. But I don't need the individual clips, so I'm just throwing those and checking to see if all that's I just had a major update for my computer for whatever reason, and Sniper Elite 5 had a major update. Like, holy crap, it was like 40 something gigabytes. I just took Mr. Humidifier on, just sort of, you know, make that a little hotter. That's taking a long time to load. And I just woke up, can you tell? Okay, so I have the wrap prepped. It's a black one this time instead of a white one. The last one was white. And I got it warming up in some nice hot water in the Ziploc bag, in the container. And I got the container right here, the feeding container. I've totally cleaned it out, sanitized it and everything from the cutter snake from last week. And we have our Mr. Snake that's in the hide right there, and I'm gonna pull him out for a bit, and in about 15 minutes I'll fight him. Of course the tongues are all right there and everything, because, you know, I'm just so responsible. Well, he just bit me again. I don't know why he did it this time, but... And he's holding on, so I can't move right now. He is totally constricted around me, but he's not constricted in a way that'll hurt me. And he bit my knuckle. Like, he has my knuckle in his mouth, and that's it. So, this'll be fun. Are you happy? Like, really? You can actually see that. Most of you at this point would be wondering why I'm not just unwrapping him and why I'm video recording, because it is hurting more and more, but he's latched onto me in a ball. I cannot get him off of me, but if I try to raise him now, it hurts like hell. So, I am going to, try to get him off enough that he eats this, because if I start, feeling faint, I'm screwed. Because I have a 2-minute pass-out time for seeing my own blood. And my stomach's already prepared for this, so my stomach's already in a sick stage right now, but my brain doesn't feel it yet, which is good, because my brain feels that I'm screwed. So, I am going to see how this happens. My back is absolutely killing me. The rat's getting cold at this point, but I did get him off of my knuckle. Not easily, I might add. He knows I'm not a threat. That's the funny thing. He knows to let go. But he is also very hungry, so... But I can't move my hand, because if I even try to move my hand at all, he tightens. And he is wrapped all the way around my hand. Like, I'm not moving it. So I'm sort of hoping he'll go after the rat this way, because my back cannot support me right now at all. Like, I'm leaning on my phone hand is literally 100% on my leg, and I'm leaning on the chair. I can't do shit. He did almost strike at it, but I think it got too cold. He's slightly constricting and then releasing a bit, and I don't know why. And what's ironic is the position that I went in when he bit me was not the way that I thought he was. I did not expect to be bitten. It was totally out of the blue. So, okay. You sort of have to decide right now, mate, if you're going to let go of me and eat the rat, or if you're going to eat the rat, or if you're going to let go of me. Because if you can let go of me, I can heat it up a bit more. The thing's right up there. If, you know, you do both, I can sort of work with that for now and whatever, but I can't stay like this forever. He knows what it is. I think. If he strikes at my hand holding the camera, I'm gonna be mad. Which I'm thinking he might do, because I think the rat's too cold. So, I think he's telling me right now, I don't want to strike you, but your phone hand is right there. I'm gonna slowly move that away, actually, so that he doesn't try to do that. But, okay, I'm gonna take another shot at this. I cannot tell what he's going to do, because he gets more interested in the rat as I try to move my hand out. Like, he knows he's around my hand right now. But I'm not seeing any blood on the tray, so I can't tell if because of where he bit me, there's just no blood, or if blood sticks to scales. This is a boxing glove right now. Come on. Let go of me. I don't even know where the hell his tail is. Where's your tail, bud? Oh, yeah, I'm not going there. His tail's right there, but I'm not touching that. I'm gonna have to pry him off soon, though, because, are you gonna go at it? He needs food, is the thing. That's what I'm feeding him tonight, but... Maybe if I move him around a bit? Oh. Like, he's getting calmer and more comfortable, but he won't release this grip. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to heat up the rat again. But I sort of need... Hold up. Surgery time. Well, it took another 5 minutes of fighting with this bastard, but, because he did not want to let go of my hand. And I finally pried him off. Safely, of course, because I don't want to get bitten on my other hand, but that's the damage. I'm gonna have to wash it off to see what there really is, but being as he bit the knuckle, I don't expect it to be much. Mr. Red is warming up again. I'm gonna take another crack at this. Worst case, I do what I did last time, and I just put it in front of his thing, and I just take the other hide out so he doesn't have a choice. Which is what I did last time, and he eventually ate it. Okay, so I cleaned up my snake bite, and I took this rat back out of the water. It's a bit warmer than it was when I took him out, and I just dropped him in there because he was already trying to get out when I put it in. This is what happened with the snake bite, by the way. There's barely anything there except for a few marks. There's very little blood. So I'm not exactly concerned about it. It stings, but I mean, you know, it's a bite, so no shit. So we're gonna see if he bites it. I'm hoping he will. Actually, I'm going to do something. I am going to momentarily move what should be his main hide into here in case that's what his problem is. Because maybe he's just scared and that's why. And I'm going to do it from this side so that he's not trying to bite me. There we go. Got the hide in there. I literally just put it over his body. And we're gonna see what he does. See, he knows it's there. Camera actually has a better view than I do, so I'm just gonna watch it through there. He will eat it. I do know that. I am going to leave him in here until he does, in fact, eat it. Because now he has a hide, so he can't worry about anything. To be honest, I don't know if he'll strike or if snakes just open their mouths when it's like this. I really don't know. Actually, what I will do is I'm going to go get something to eat and drink, and I will put the camera right over him. Right there. There. Let's see how that works. I really wish I'd gotten that strike. He took it almost instantly after I reheated it. Oh my god. Oh, he's got food now. I know, you couldn't pay me to touch him. He's literally, his head's right there. He is constricting his own head, just for the record. And he's also bitten it right in the neck. Damn, I wish I'd gotten that strike. Yep, having it preheated really pays off more. I don't need my phone right now, so I'm actually just going to leave it here and see if something changes. You don't have to let go of that one, unlike my knuckle.
before I forget. This was Edith's. They asked me to bring it. Thank you. Please take a seat. Edith was always on that thing. She wasn't prepping for a case, she was photo sharing. And how long had you been renting a room from Edith? 5 years. We met when she helped me beat an attempted distribute charge. Never carried a suitcase across state lines for a man, no matter how good he looks. Anything of anybody in Edith's life may have had a problem with her. Edith? No one. She was a genuine article. No rough, but she saw good in people. Somebody saved my life. You're the last person we can find who saw her, and that was yesterday. What time? 6 a.m. I was leaving for the early shift when I ran into her. Said she'd be back later that evening. Now she's dead. Did she say where she was going? Yes. And you're sure she was planning on coming home last night? She did a deposition this morning. Edith would have never missed that. Her clients were her life.
Before I drove from Fort Worth to Juarez, she wasn't planning to stay long. It's a half-day drive each way.
Not to mention the time she was spent just getting through the border crossing.
Oh, it's not that bad. Shorter than airport traffic, apparently. I got some lunch. Tamales, carnitas. Joe, napkin there. Here you go.
Addicted and drive herself to Mexico.
What if she's abducted? That's a possibility. What do you think, Jane?
Oh, I think you're going to want some sauce and onion with that.
What do you think is the case?
Susan Costa returning all was left is two. He saw that mystery, I think you'll catch it up.
You're right.
Well, it does require paying attention to some of the details. Everyone portrays truths about themselves. Speaking of which, Joe. Almost forgot. I got nails in the microphone.
Mexican jumping beans.
I knew you'd love them.
I used to love jumping beans. Totally forgot about them.
How did you know?
Well, no, when people secretly want what I do.
Really? What do I secretly want?
You sure you want me to answer them?
Sorry.
Well, how about I do one better? I'll just get you one. Give a little gift to you.
One what?
Come here. Come here. Thank you very much. What a great lunch suggestion. Delicious. You want some? No, I'm good, eh? Just came to let you know that this isn't a cartel game.
How can you be sure?
Well, police tell me there's a field very close, very secluded, where the wise cartel put their bodies. It's a custom. Everybody around here uses the field when they have a body to dump.
So, not a local.
There'd be no client with a beef. Places lawyers, prison time wants payback.
Yeah. What are you looking for, like case files? Call Abbott. Meet you at Nelson?
Yeah, maybe a little delayed. I want to go take another look at the crime scene before I roll out of here. According to Philip Scarlett, she had the best record. The defense attorney in the Fifth Circuit. The ASUS did very low money.
I wonder she was highly sought after. But still, being a federal public defender seems a thing.
They also said that threats of violence from our clients were very common. These case files just arrived from Fort Worth. Fisher and Trevor are on their way to help me dig into them.
Boys like fun.
What exactly are you looking for, Mr. Jones? You didn't know there was a body company here, but yeah,
Jane.
What do we got, Ron?
I searched border surveillance for a 100-mile radius around the city of Juarez.
Did Phillips' car pass them?
No, her vehicle didn't clear any bridges or border crossings in the past 24 hours.
Well, if she was abducted, she might have been in a different vehicle.
It's possible, but not likely. Well, first of all, her car should have been found. And now we have Texas looking for it. Then there's the thermal imaging scanners at the border. Even a body and trunk board registered a key signature, but there were no suspicious reports last night.
What about illegal routes?
I checked with the DEA, ICE, and Border Patrol. No unusual sightings. It's like Furlock appeared in Juarez out of thin air.
Hey, Jane. I think I need it. I made it to Mexico, but I need you to track my phone.
Just tell me where you are. Jane, I'm gonna need a little more information than that. Jane?
What's wrong with Jane?
I don't know. Jane, are you there?
Where's Jane was calling from?
This can't be right. We're across the border. The map says we're in Gentry, Texas now. We left here in Mexico.
The Rio Grande's right down there.
Wow.
Try calling him again.
Oh my god, this is incredible to watch. I'm watching a bigger version of what the camera's picking up, by the way, because the camera's picking up right overhead the middle bit, but the what's it called? But I'm able to see the whole thing. Now, the only reason I know for a fact that this is not too big for him, despite the size difference with his neck, is because he ate the other one. And it did not take a day and a half, and it, you know, like, he was pick-upable and totally unbothered by anything a day later. So I know for a fact he's able to do this just to save some money and stuff, and whatever. I might just pick up some 2 packs of small rats, because I do think that this one might actually be a size too big for him anyway, but he doesn't seem to care, so
Can't do that till you lower your weapon. Jane? Jane, where did you come from?
Mexico! That's all! This is the oldest cartel we're talking about. I had no choice but to let them dig that tunnel.
You let them build a 1,000-yard tunnel into your land. And you got nothing in return, Mr. Phelps.
Of course I did. But what was I supposed to do? They threatened my family.
We found blood on your land. Blood. 200 feet from your tunnel's entrance.
I don't know anything about that.
His name is Edith Furlong.
Who is Edith Furlong?
Here's the woman you killed and dragged through the tunnel. To Juarez. It's only a matter of time before we find your DNA on her body.
That's not how it happened at all.
No. Tell me.
Early yesterday morning, I went to check on the cattle. Saw some buzzards. Drove out thinking that one of my herd was down. Found that woman dead. She was lying arms crossed all creepy like. Last thing I need was cops snooping around. So I moved her. What'd you do with her car? There was no car. It was just a body. Mr. Phelps is guilty of many things that have put him in jail for a long time.
You don't think he killed Furlock?
No, I don't.
Neither do I.
No.
We're gonna find out the trouble.
So we agree. No one tell me what you know.
But someone did kill that woman on Phelps' property. Someone who didn't know about the tunnel, or they would have hidden the body themselves.
What I'm more interested in is how Phelps found the body.
Their arms crossed.
That suggests a degree of care.
So that he's not a new Furlock. Afraid is that what I secretly want?
Agent Fisher, I completed an image search for that tattoo you sent over.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Phillips tattoo is an insignia for a legal defense fund that closed down 25 years ago.
She was a member.
That's right. They're represented French groups. Oh my God, is that Prodigy?
Excuse me. Man, thank you. I want that for you.
I loved these things so much as a kid. I thought I killed my fair share, but I'm gonna keep this one alive.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Wow, you must have never let another kid's birthday party.
What was Furlock doing in Gentry? It's a long-way drive for a day trip.
That's a nice drive, though. I didn't know the case files.
They're going to sleep. I decided to take a break and look at her photo show site. Check this out. These are the pictures she downloaded the night before she left for Gentry.
Farmers market, lovely.
I wonder where it is.
Oh, that's easy. Gentry. Those wind turbines are the same ones you can see from Phillips's ranch.
Okay, so she sees these photos on the internet, and the next day she jumps in a car for an all-day road trip. You're like, someone do that.
Right on the corner of the column looks very tasty. I could try my hamstring down at Gentry. Wanna join me?
In the silver bucket? No thanks.
Fisher it is, huh?
I'm still trying to track down whoever tapped our cell phones and killed our dealers. That Bell's got to leave, but I'm waiting for a judge to sign off on the warrant to search the property.
Well, JJ owes me a favor.
LaRoche.
Yeah, I heard he's working internal affairs at SFPD. You snap your fingers, I bet he'll come running.
But we're the last people he'd want to help. He lost his job because of us.
Well, I'm not saying he's gonna want to help us, but if you just mention that I'm involved and that, he kind of owes me a favor, I think he'd be glad to help. Just saying. Just too many people. Better to wait till the crowd thins a bit.
What are you doing?
What's wrong?
Where are you going?
Well, you said to eat it, except in a peanut butter sandwich. Why would you do that?
Oh, one person said that she was allergic to nuts.
Bingo. My turn. Here. Give John some fresh ground beer. Here. What did you do? That's delicious. You make that? Sure. They put a jar of that, a road, eggs, and, and this. One of those. Thank you. Fairly recent. What do you need it? Plastic. No, set plans. It's another road to set the service off and on. It's an extra rate. That's all. Until I find someplace to settle down. Maybe get myself a farm one day. It's a good life. That's some grove. Citizens Farm. What's the deal with that, huh?
Just homesteaders, focusing on living their own way.
Oh yeah, like a commune?
Nah, none of that hippie stuff. No, we're just steering clear of all our crap going on out there.
Man wants justice and freedom in this world, he's gonna get it himself. That's right. too. Thank you.
Hey, you know, it's Carmen you like. You should come visit us. Take a look, see.
Well, I don't want to be in trouble.
Actually, I'm heading back there right now.
And now it's my time.
Alex, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We got a report on an abandoned vehicle that matches the description of Edith Ross.
Really, where is it?
Additionally, currently not informed of your location.
Great, I'll try to pick up Jane and we'll check it out. Hey, Jane! Jane!
Sir, is it not 1,000 acres? Plenty of space for crops, gardens, private living quarters.
It's a sweet setup.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fully licensed under the state's concealed carry laws. Most of us on the farm here choose to exercise our Second Amendment rights.
You like it? I love it. How'd you end up here?
Like you,
Hi guys, I just woke up, but the Modern Warfare 2 reveal, the COD Next thing is the countdown in the live stream just started. I was wondering why it started at 9:30, but the thing was at 10. Sort of a ripoff, but you know, whatever, gives me time to do stuff. An animal got on the counter last night, so a whole bunch of stuff is knocked over, so I get to fix that. In other news, my phone died and my cable's shot, so I had to steal someone else's and plug it into my computer, which is still faster, which usually is the slowest charging thing I've ever used. So that's sort of sad. Aside from that, we're gonna hope to have a good day. Ignore the slobber, that was my dog. So I just pulled out the box, which happens to be the one that I used from the last two cables, because each one has 3 in them. These are the cables that I got from Amazon that are, they're not Amazon branded, by the way, for my phone and stuff. Now, all I was looking for was that. That is the common end that you get when you look for a 90-degree angle cable, which is totally pointless to me, and it faces the wrong direction when it is pointed. However, it has that, so I stopped complaining. These cables are insane. The problem is that it seems to degrade. So I'm gonna swap out my current one. I'm hoping these aren't the pink ones. Not that I really care, because I got blue and pink or purple. And because my phone's at 7%, it's been plugged in for probably about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. But because it's plugged into my desktop, so it's slow as shit. But it died when it was plugged into the old cable. So something is clearly wrong. The thing is that it has minimal damage, which is why I'm saying degraded, is because there's no actual reason why it should not work. But it doesn't. So I get to leave a review on that, hopefully, if I can find it. And we'll see what happens. So, as you can tell, this cable isn't damaged really at all. It's got some spots missing, like right along there, because of you know, the chair sitting on it by accident and stuff. And I had to go outside to get it. You know, it's bent in a lot of places, but that's because it's got metal on the inside. Like, a cat is not going to just chew through this, which is another reason I got it. But I'm gonna have to see if I can find where it would have stopped really working. Now, the new cable is pink, but you know, I really don't give a shit. Also, for some reason, the USB part's facing the right direction. So, all the way down there, it's actually coming out of the right side. I mean, well, technically it's the left side here, but it's coming out of the right side from you know, the right perspective of it being plugged in, because the power bar is technically upside down for me right now. The other one was facing the other way, so I am sort of confused. But hey, it works, so fuck it. We have gotten a minute until the big reveal. God, I cannot wait. Yes, I'm wearing headphones. It's not on mute, because most immersive experience, and these headphones are studio quality, so fuck it. So, I just watched the, well, the information and a chunk of the gameplay side of the new Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, and I'm in freaking heaven. Unfortunately, I won't get the first 4 days of the beta because I'm not on PlayStation. I hate exclusives. It's one of the worst things that you could possibly have. Especially because the only people that got them were people that were either very lucky or people that were scalpers. So, you know. But on the 24th-ish, I'm going to be playing it to the 26th, which bridges the Wi-Fi, so I told my mom not to worry. And I told her that I'm hoping to do I want to do the trees between the end of the 26th, because that's when the beta ends, and before the game launches, and have all the wood done before the game launches. Because I want to use as little Wi-Fi as possible, because I told her it's going to probably be a massive game. Luckily, Warzone 2 here's the stupid part, is that they launch in the same billing cycle for us, because we have limited Wi-Fi. So we have a terabyte of data, which is our Wi-Fi, because we don't have a normal router. We have a data router, because we don't live in a normal spot. So we have a terabyte. For anyone that knows what media does, it does not like limits on Wi-Fi. So I've been limiting myself since we moved here 3 years ago. And I am literally... I when it came to even swapping my phone from my XS Max to my iPhone 12, or from my 4S to the 10, I used up a chunk of it. But that was because I had a copy of everything. It was all over Wi-Fi, right? So that used up a bunch. And I told my mom that these are one-offs. They're never going to happen again, because, you know, what are the friggin' odds, especially with Call of Duty moving to a 2-year cycle instead of a 1-year like it always has been. I told her I'm going to be using as little as possible because of how big they're going to be, which is part of the reason why I want to get the firewood done when I do. And the downside is streaming takes up a shit ton of data. It's stupid how much it takes up, even on low settings. Which is why I stopped streaming on YouTube, was because of that. But that doesn't really work, so... I get to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do that, or just edit whatever and everything. The irony is that I used to binge those games like fucking crazy. So when it comes to, I am honestly probably going to try and aim for, gold, diamond, cam, or whatever in the game, if there is one, which wasn't actually announced, but, you know, what do you expect? They have to hide some things. Just because I know what assuming that the challenges are anything like they used to be, even between Ghosts and, MW 2019, I know what to expect for those challenges. They're totally different from the ones in, or at least to some degree different from the ones in Cold War. But, you know, they're still there. So I might try to aim for that so I can make some easier videos. I might try to do some exclusive videos on certain parts of it, but I probably won't be streaming content for like an hour straight. Like, I wish I could. And like I used to. It's just not gonna happen. If something with the Wi-Fi changes, you'll know, because I'll start streaming like crazy. I miss it to death. It's a lot easier than uploading too. Plus you can always plus with Streamlabs I can I always record the streams while they're streaming, so it doesn't really matter. So I get to deal with that. And while I wait for the beta, I get to try and fix the printer, because the power button's shot. Either the spring or one of the clips or something is broken in it, so it doesn't actually push down. You can teeter-totter it, but like from the middle on, but you can't do anything else. And it turns off if the power cable's in all the way. It's a bit of a pain. So I moved that printer. Yes, I had popcorn last night and used the pasta strainer because it's the most convenient bowl. I had to pull out the bigger printer. That's, you know, double the size, literally, and set that up so that I could print it with the tray up so that it's not running into the thing. So I got my life cut out for me. Whether this is going to be part of another video or part of this vlog or both, I don't know. But I figured that I would start here. So yes, it's Sniper Elite 5. I'm going to go through this cable, and I'm going to, this is my old charging cable, by the way, the one I replaced this morning, because it doesn't really work anymore. It does function, is the stupid part. And I'm going to see if there's a point where it could have possibly stopped being sort of, working from, because the outside layer is fabric, but it's metal sheathed. So I have a theory as to why, but I would have to probably open the whole thing. Now, because the tip of my utility knife is broken off from contact with the metal, I have razor blades here because I don't know where the hell my replacement blades for the knife are. So I'm going to use those, and I'm going to carefully, of course, because it's small and round, I'm going to try and see if I can find where the weakness would have been. I am going to leave the link, if assuming that it's still around on Amazon and all that, and I'm probably going to update my review if I have, in fact, posted one for the product, because this is a great cable. It's the only one that's designed the way that I like, and it works amazing. It's perfect length at 3 meters long and stuff for me. I need one that's like that. But this one stopped working, but it doesn't not work anymore. It just charges too slow for it to be useful. Like, if you're, doing anything aside from just having it on your phone sitting on the home screen, it's going to run out of charge. And the new one, same one, just different color. It works totally fine. So I want to know what the hell's wrong with this and why it's defective now. So I'm gonna go through it and update you guys as I go. So after a quick look through at it, there's no areas where it would be damaged, but I have a new theory. It sort of aligns with my original one, but there's a couple severe wet spots. Whether it's from a stain or from water or whatever, I don't know. But there's one here that's a bit smaller, but it's clearly discolored. Just to say, the camera brings some more light to it than I have access to right now, but it is the same shades. And then we have a much longer one right here. So I'm going to start there, and I think what might have happened is corrosion. I think, not like the same as battery corrosion, but I think it might have corroded, and that's why the cord still works, but it's useless. Because it is, as I said, metal sheath inside, so we'll see. But I'm gonna start ripping apart those ends. Okay, guys, so after using the razor blade, which for the record, very sharp, use with caution, and if you're, not dumb enough to cut yourself. The outside sheathing is very soft material. You could use this for a blanket probably. And it just pulls around, it just slips around it. Nothing holding it in. But it's a solid plastic underneath it. So no damage would have gotten through there. So now I'm back to my original theory of the metal sheathing underneath it or whatever would have ended up, denting it or cutting some cords or whatever, with it being bent too much and stuff, and that might have made it the power transmission, as I'm going to call it because I can't remember the actual word, low enough that it just doesn't work feasibly anymore. So I am probably going to straight up remove the whole sheath. I'm going to try to do it as easily as possible, and because at least that way, if I can get the whole thing split sort of in half or whatever, it'll make it a lot easier to diagnose. This stuff is so soft. Okay, so after some work, we have a pile of fluff there, which for the record is very soft and easy to work with. We have the insulation pulled away from it, and I've sliced it down the middle because it's the easiest way to do it, especially when it's not cheap cable. We have what seems to be a metal thing going around here, but it's going to take me some time to figure out what the hell everything is. This material, the stuff that looks like a snake band, looks incredibly breakable, but it's not like it's thicker than tracer paper. It's like a plastic, but it's not like tracer paper thinness. So I'm sort of interested to see what that is, but I have all the way down here. I'm not doing the whole thing because it's a long ass cable and I've done a lot of length of it and I'm not even, you know, halfway through it. So I'm not going to bother, but I've pulled away enough that I can at least hopefully see what might have gone, you know, see what I'm dealing with. But hey, it's more complex than the old Mac chargers, so. Okay, so I have basically de-sheathed the entire thing right up to that line, all the way along. All the rubber sheathing is off. It all seems to be the same, and any marks that were made on it or tears or whatever were from me taking it off, because the blade's razor sharp, obviously. So the next thing I'm going to do is try to get the ends disconnected, because my next theory is that the fact that they were so, especially the USB end that plugs into the power bar, I think that because it was so bent out when it was in my previous setup for the charger, it probably just bent it out completely. So this side I'm probably not going to look at, but the other side I'm going to end up tearing apart, because it's probably the reason why it got fried, because I can't really see anything wrong with this. So I don't know if a master electrician could explain to me if what I found could possibly be the issue. I just shredded the very end, as you can tell, of the USB end, the part that's been under the most pressure this whole time. And I cut the little end off the thing. I can't get rid of this part because it's metal. As I said, it's a good quality cord. So I couldn't get any of this moved off. But I did get as much of it moved away from there as possible. And what I found, if I can get my hand on it, is the black cord right there. I actually had to use my flashlight and look a bit closer at it, but that's not actually a cut. That's actually a bend. And what I'd like to know is if that could actually be what it is. If that's enough to stop flow to a device. Because, as I said, this cord works. If you plug it in, it'll register, and it will technically charge. And it won't charge, stop, start, stop, start. It'll charge consistently. But it's so freaking slow, it's pointless. And I'd like to know if that is enough to do it. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to try to make this video so that posted so that it gets some attention, because I would really like to know if this is what it is, because this cable spent most of its time at literally like one of these angles, and when you think about having that and this sheath and everything that's down there now around it, that's a dead-on pinch, and that is the direction it was facing. It was totally kinked, like as much as it could possibly go in that direction, and I'm wondering if, you know, that might stop it. So my investigation's over, at least for now, and if anyone has any answers, let me know. So I started messing with the printer, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to get this one piece off, because it is separate from everything else. And after taking it off the single screw holding the back of it in, I watched a video, because I knew for a fact that something tells me it's an easy thing to do, and there's no way in hell I'm going to do it if I spend 1,000 hours trying. Sure enough, it was easy as hell to do. So we've got the front panel popped off, and I'm going to probably just, I might have to take that off just so that I don't break the ribbon. But the only part I care about is this, because again, it's the power button that's messed up. That's it. And those are two small screws. Please tell me, oh, they're the same ones, but looks like they're smaller. That doesn't help. I don't know if I have one for that. That might be a problem. I don't know what the hell was wrong with this button, but the second I took it apart and tested it, it works. It didn't do that before I took it apart. All I did was unscrew it and remove the panel, and I tested it, I'm like, really? So whatever was wrong with it, I could not tell you, because it would only do this, and it would barely even do that. Now, like, This is why I'm not in engineering and I'm in design. I don't understand why this works. I'm glad to have the printer back, but whatever. Hi guys, this was an update that I wasn't planning on doing, but just for the sake of the next year and getting some stuff tidied up and stuff, I have to deal with my new channel as well. Because all the videos that are private on there that I upload so that I can download them to make completed videos, I probably have triple the video numbers on my channel as I actually do videos, because the majority of them are not actually on their own videos. They're like part 1, part 2s, so I can download them, combine them in you know, video software, and then upload them as one video, because they're not supposed to be. They're recorded from my phone, but I have to upload it that way. So I'm gonna be doing some channel cleanup on the new channel, and I'm gonna be privating a lot of the older, a lot of the less popular slash unimportant slash general content that's from this current channel, because I sort of want to clean it up a bit and stuff. It's probably all going to show up for me and everything, but just because of if there's any shot of me hitting 1,000 subscribers and stuff, I don't want to have a cluttered channel. I have thousands of videos on my channel. I don't need most of them to be public, especially if you only have one view or something. There's a few that are special. There's a few that only have one view that aren't meant to have one view, so those will be probably getting left up. But in general, all of the ones that are not necessary for the public to see, or aren't like a memory video for me, they're all going to be going private. And if that does affect the total video score on my channel, it'll go down by over 1,000. I guarantee that. At least 1,000. It'll take a while, because the last time I went through my whole channel was actually because Villain talked me into putting all of my videos into playlists or whatever for categorizing what what game or whatever they were for. But even that took like 2 days, and that was 2 full days. I just binged it because I had no life. So it's gonna take a while, but hopefully it affects the video count that's on the channel. I mean, they're still there, but you know, cat is clawing at me. I will let you go. So we got the Bobcat again. It's got the windshield though. It's much different with this. So I'm gonna work on this part because it needs smoothing out like fucking crazy, and we'll see what happens. It took me forever to figure out how to swap it because the other guy drives it with both sticks operating the turnability. So, which for the record is not how I learned this. So I just had to swap it to I from H. F doesn't work for some reason. To get it the other way. And it took like 5 minutes to figure out how to do that because it's not obvious in the slightest. Nothing like a Bobcat, or an excavator, I mean, so. We're gonna see how this goes. I still wish I could record it, but unless I got some like sticky ass phone case, there's nothing I could do. It's dead quiet and the power just went out. I was walking up the stairs and the light turned off. And it also only lasts for about 10 seconds when it does. I have to do a power switch on my PC. Get that up and running properly, maybe? The dinging is my liquor bottle that's there being hit by the thing. The printer's all doing its cycling and stuff. I hate it when it does that. For the record, it's calm outside. The power never goes out when it's interesting outside. It's only when it's calm. We are currently loading up the Bobcat with all the fence poles with a chain set up to keep it all in place so that we can go down to the fence, which is way down there. without them all falling off. Because we don't have the forks anymore, otherwise this would be easy as Sunday brunch. So I have missed a lot of today, but that's because there's nowhere for me to really record outside, and especially in the Bobcat, because there's nowhere to put a phone there when you're using it. I am just getting the actual parts, not the failed attempts, from the realistic attempt that the whole Sniper Elite 5 campaign done. Yeah, that's the end for the night. So apparently I have 123 videos on my new channel. I know for a fact that that's going to go down way far when I delete all the not necessary ones, so let's see where it goes.
Wow, easy! Damn, that's a big pull! Holy shit!
I am the one true fit ruler of Camelot.
Oh, shut up!
Anybody want to build a tiny train?
That's a very tiny train.
You look very like fucking. You look like very 2007 sad boy right now. Got the good hair swoop going. Now it's over.
Yeah, ignore what you've seen.
Hey, I like it. It's coming back. It's a fad.
What did you call me?
You fatted.
That's definitely a 1930s cartoon song.
Yeah, Connor's got the weirdest fucking playlist ever. Like, I go hang out with other people and they usually have, like, you know, normal people music. My playlist is a little to the outside, but it's more on, like, just, like, weird fucking EDM music that I find and shit that most people don't like. It's still going down slowly, but we're almost there. Oh.
Yesterday, he played a wedding song, I swear to God, it was Sweet Caroline, and then all of a sudden, it was Green Day. Live. It's like, what type of playlist is this?
So I'm wearing my new gloves, and I'm out early. It's cold as shit, and finally gonna get to use these that I bought a while ago, and I'm gonna take everything that's in the Bobcat, because apparently it's loaded all the equipment into it, thank God, and I'm gonna drive it over to the beginning of the other section. Oh, it's right there. There's a lot of stuff. Because my first goal is literally just clearing some ground, which is literally the reason I bought these, is for the fencing. And then, you know, and then just putting a ton of holes in it with that, with the auger. And then straight up, just going as far down as possible. Can't go all the way down, but I don't, you know, it's just less work for me. And then pounding all the holes in which we do need this for, but I don't need this entirely, but going from point A to point B all the way fucking over there is much easier when you don't have to carry any of it. So I get to unload some of these. I don't like barbed wire. Gloves, please work. Okay, I'm taking a wrist break in the Bobcat because I got down to probably where that tree behind that one that's covering everything is. You know, there's enough that it's a pain in the ass because there's prickle bushes and stuff. So the loppers are really good. They're nice and sharp. But I'm trying to study the fence and seeing where the hell I'd start. And from what I know of when we were trying to repair the part that's slanted over there, is that the bottom of the post broke off and rotted in the ground, and the top of the post is just sort of sitting there. So I'm thinking that what I might want to try is if I... The problem is if I do what I want, if I think I should do, then I probably lose the entire fence. Because what I'm thinking of doing is taking out the main poles, keeping the rest of the fence up, and just redigging and just trying to dig out and polish the holes that are already made, and then put the new ones in there. I don't know if it'll work though. Because this fence is in a great line. There's nothing wrong with it. It just needs replacing. But I'm trying to think of a way to do it without actually taking the whole thing down. Because the gate and everything is, it's fucking old and bent. And, you know, this part's fine up to the road. It's fine. But everything else is totally done. So, I'm trying to figure out, I might try to move the things and just see if there's even a point. Because I don't want to have to drill new holes and move the fence and stuff over if I don't have to. Because there are trees that are there that are close by on both sides. Which makes even getting to dig a hole very difficult without taking the whole fence down. And I probably would have to, which is actually why I brought the bolt cutters down, was in case I needed them. Because the problem that we didn't have with the other section is that the fence was down there. There wasn't a fence there anymore. So, here we still have a fence. But, if I take the whole thing down, you know, for probably a good week or so, we don't have a fence. That's the problem I'm having right now. Plus, I don't have a stapler or whatever, so I can't just attach the nails. So I can't just attach the barbed wire back to the thing, back to the new poles. If I simply was able to replace the ones that are already there, I've no way of attaching a barbed wire to them. So, which is a bitch. Because if I had it my way, I'd probably just use the tree. I'd probably just use the trees for the barbed wire so that there's at least most of the fence, even though there's gaps everywhere. I'd probably just use those. And I just cut the barbed wire in sections and then put it back up when I'm done. But, you know. Which I might be able to do, because I don't think the horses are over here anyways. But we also have the cows that, you know, come through, so. I'm not happy about this, but I'm sort of smiling because it's stupid. So, we'll find out. I'll pretend I'm not cold. So, I'm about to clear some of this area.
So, I'm just chilling with my snaky Yami in bed right now. So, maybe he's a bit more comfortable with exploring and stuff. He is a bit more lenient with being picked up, but I'm a bit worried that he's not as healthy as he could be. And with winter coming fast, in terms of the weather changing temperature-wise, he is, it's going to be very hard to keep the temp up. So, I'm going to try to get the firewood and stuff done and all that so that the place can be warm, because otherwise he's going to have to move downstairs to where it's going to be easier to keep him warmer. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. He's just chilling.
So, I'm just finishing the ditch and stuff, and the front, and I think the other side's actually done. And moving on to the next thing. This thing gets picked up this afternoon. Somehow, despite all the sleep I got, I'm in this thing before 11:30. So, yeah, that's great. But I'm getting this done, because fuck it. Alright. What I want to do, and I might actually do it while I'm out here, is dig that little stick-up part right there, a little bit deeper, because it's actually barely in the ground, and that's where the dirt is. I might not, but it is like ground level, and it's a pain in the ass to think about. For the record, that's not cut off by the wall. That's actually ended, I do believe. So, you don't have to worry about us being idiots there.